Hi, I'm Ann. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my TBR for January of 2023. So if you watched my previous video talking about being a co-host for Around the World in 80 Days Readathon, you'll know that I will be very busy in like the second half of January. But I also realized that I want to try to read as many books in January, but I also realize I have a lot of books to read that I either got for Christmas, which means my rule is I need to read it within a month of, buying it. And then I also have a few more books from my physical TBR that I want to get done in January. So because the Around the World in 80 Days is going on for about like 2.5 months, I'm hoping it won't be that bad to add in more books. So I will be having, in the next couple days, I don't know quite when I'm going to get it out, I will be having a TBR for Around the World in 80 Days Readathon. And so that one will be devoted more from January reading all the way to March. So it'll be slightly different, but I figured I'd do the books that are not part of that readathon in a separate video, this video, and then do a video in maybe tomorrow, maybe in a couple days, whenever I can get it out, of the Readathon TBR itself. So let's just jump into the books that I need to read in January. So I'll get to the ones that I have already started or that are from my physical TBR already. So I started Wrath by John Gwynne. It's the last book of the Faithful and the Fallen series, and I just literally started it. I'm just a few pages in. I'm not that far. So I need to finish this in January, and this will be the last book I will have to read for a while that's by John Gwynne. Who knows? My husband's just trying to convince me to read another series by him, but for right now, I'm just too busy, okay? I also have been reading The Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean M. Auel, and I am loving it so much. I am about 100 pages in, and I'm really trying to take my time with this book because it's beautiful to like see the world, and it's such a different world from ours that I really want to try to like take my time and not read it very quickly or like skim over parts, because I really want to absorb the world. And because of that, I was hoping to finish it in December, but I think I'm just going to take my time with it. And yeah, I should finish this soon because I'm really absorbed in the world, but it's taken me into January, so I need to finish that one. I'm also moving another book over from my December reading, and that's The History of Russia. I wanted like just a history book to read this month, and I know that this one I would not actively want to read the details of, and I will just want like an overview. So I will probably be skimming parts of this, which I usually do with like dense history books because I want to pick out the information I want. So it shouldn't take me that long to read this. Similarly, I have Overcoming Life by D.L. Moody, and this one I believe is a autobiography of this like Christian minister. I got this because it was an old book, and I have a feeling I won't really enjoy this, so I have a feeling I will be skimming this book. So I decided to read this in January just because I know it won't take me that long to read. And the last two books that I picked up from my physical TBR, I don't have that many from my physical TBR, only 5, but I have a few more that are from my physical TBR that are going on my Around the World in 80 Days Readathon TBR. But the last two that are just in general for January, I have 2 Gordon R. Dickson. So I wanted just some light, like, fiction, and these are just light sci-fi. So I have The Man from Earth, and then I have Space Paw. So both of these are, like, I don't know, under 300 pages. This one's under 300. This one's very, very shorter. This one's, like, near to 200 pages. So these are books that I'm hoping won't take me that long to read. So they should be, like, nice light reads to balance out all the bigger books I have. Then I'm also transferring all the books that I got for Christmas onto this TBR because I need to read them within a month. Luckily, most of these books shouldn't be that hard to read. So I have Curtain by Agatha Christie. This is only like 170 pages, so it's not that long. Then I have The Witch of Blackburn Pond, which is only like 140 pages, and it's quite big writing, so hopefully shouldn't take me that long. I also have A Wrinkle in Time, which again isn't that long, and it has big writing on it, so hopefully it shouldn't take me that long. Of course, I do have 3 books that I'm like, these are rather long. So I have The Once and Future King by T.H. White, which is definitely long. It's like 700 pages. I'm hoping it's like a lighter fantasy. We'll see. We'll see how light it is. And then I have the 3rd book of the Clan of the Cave Bear. So I have the Mammoth Hunters. The problem is I'll need to get the 2nd book from the library, which means like this book, I think it's 400 and some pages. Oh no, great. It's like 600 pages. The first book is like 400 some pages, and this one's 600 pages. I don't know how long the 2nd book is, so that adds like another like 1,000 pages to my reading. Oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? And then I have the Aeneid by Virgil, because Lord knows I don't have enough to read in January. I'm going to be so overwhelmed. Now that I'm actually talking about my TBR, I'm like, what is wrong with me? But I'm hoping to get this on audiobook. And since it is like it's like poetry. It's like epic poetry, kind of like the Odyssey. And I remember when I read the Odyssey, I worked through it rather quickly because I found like the reading relatively easy, which feels weird considering it's like an ancient Greek epic. But compared to like other writing that I find to be more difficult, like Shakespeare, you have to take a lot of time with, whereas like the Iliad and the Odyssey, it feels a lot quicker. So the Iliad took me a little bit longer, but the Odyssey was very short to me. I just breezed through it. But so I'm hoping the Aeneid is similar. We'll see. So yeah, those are all the books that I'm hoping to read in January, outside of the stuff I'm already going to be reading for the Around the World in 80 Days TBR. So yeah, I would be very overwhelmed this coming month. I don't know how I'm going to get through all of these, but we'll see. Hopefully at least I get through most of them. So have you read any of these books? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!